Hi everyone. So this is a work in progress. This will be my second/third video that I'm gonna try doing like this. And I'm just gonna kind of take in anything that comes my way because I'm hooked up to the internet, and of course I just got a text message from someone, so I'm just gonna respond. Let's see. I think you could send it through the post office, but maybe FedEx or DHL would be easier. I think DHL is the most popular here. Whatever works, just get a tracking number. So someone who will watch this video is sending me something. So I was just talking to him about the post here because I think that one of the prison pen pals that I have, I think he sent me something and I don't think I've gotten it, and I'm really sad because I realize now that I put on there the exact address and my name, but not the two people that live here. So I should have put, I just didn't think about it because I put like the first floor, it was like 1G. As the address and then my name. So I think I have to put like a piece of tape with my name on it on the mailbox to make sure I get stuff. So I think I'm going to send him another letter and see if he had written me. And I don't know if there's a way to pick up stuff from the post office, if it is going to get returned, or if it will actually just go back to him at the prison, which that would be great because then he could resend it to me, because I sent him a lot of stamps. So I'm going to check a message that I got on this app that I use right now. Let's see if it's anything interesting. I've been talking to this guy that is in a band called Say Yes Dog. And they're actually pretty good, and they seem like they're kind of getting big in Berlin. Not bad, but I guess you know how hard the business is. Yeah. Not too much of a conversation yet, but we'll see how it goes. So I thought I would do this video just about some people that I've been meeting here, just tell a few stories. I might start it off by trying to open up this beer. So I have a Radler in the fridge right now, and a Radler, for people who aren't familiar with it, is it's like a name for a bicyclist, and what bicyclist would drink, at least that one of my friends that I've met here, his name is Georg, or George, but Georg is his German name. He told me about Radlers and how bicyclists, when they were like trying to like be refreshed, or I don't know, instead of having water, because we're in Germany, they would have this beer with like Sprite kind of thing, or beer with lemonade but carbonated, beer with Fanta, something like that. So my Radler isn't very cold because nothing here is very cold. And I found this Budweiser in the fridge that isn't mine, and I'm hoping it's not Pear's or Delia's. Maybe it's one of the two people that were here before, but it's a Budweiser, and I definitely see these here, but I never pick them up. But I figured I might as well try it. And the big deal in Berlin, and I'm sitting in my bed right now, like about to open up a beer. Like, this is cool. Like, this is my life. I moved my bed around. I'll actually show you guys really quick before I do this. It used to be over there, like where that desk is and everything. So instead, I have like some stuff I still need to organize over there. And then I organized my desk and I put like a whole like wall of stuff. Sorry, gosh, this thing is crazy. Just nice little mementos. And then I'm gonna make this kind of my clothing rack, and then I'm supposed to get a shelf. And the shelf, I think, is gonna go on that back wall where it's more empty, right by where the shoes are and the luggage. So, but yeah, I moved my bed so that basically when I was getting dressed or naked, or I was just in my bed, the children that are always outside my window couldn't see me. And I just felt like I maybe wouldn't see the sun as much, and I'm closer to the window for the cool air and for the rain, just to hear the sound. But right now, oops, I knocked over. Oh, if you're going to see me in some good light right now. So right now, it's all clear as in there's no children outside. And it's also just clear as far as the weather goes. If you could feel the air, if there was any way I could describe it to you. And my lavender plant was kind of dying, so I decided to put it out here, hopefully to get, just get soaked. I feel bad. But yeah, this is my nice little window. I kind of wish it was a little bit lower, so it's easier for me to sit in. Oh my gosh, I'm getting in it though. Okay, here I am, sitting in my windowsill. I'm often changing in front of my window. There were some little girls playing today, and they saw me in my underwear, but then they just kind of got used to it, so they didn't really care, and they were playing with a ball, and it's not often that there's girls playing outside. It's always like these boys that are really loud, but the girls like kind of grew comfortable around me, and they just didn't really care that I was in my underwear because it was just really hot earlier before it rained. So yeah, that's my window. And so that's setting the scene of where I am. So back to this. So I'm gonna like take the foil off first. This is, unless it's a twist off because it's an American beer, and then everything I've just said doesn't even count. So let's see. Nope. Oh my gosh, it's an American beer, but maybe it's made here. Czech imported lager. I have no idea. But it's Budweiser. It doesn't say anything about America on it, which is fine. So the big thing here is that you're supposed to be able to open up a beer with a lighter. It's obviously big everywhere, but here, people don't even have lighters in their houses. Like, people just open them. Or sorry, people don't even have openers in their houses. They just open it with a lighter. So the Spady is what it's called. It's like spelled S-P-A-T-I and then cough, I think. Spotty, Spady, something like that. The guys there down the street, they're Turkish. It's all Turkish in this neighborhood mostly, a lot even just throughout the city. But they gave this to me for free, and whenever I go there, they try and help me open it. So what you're supposed to do, most men probably know this, even cool girls probably know this, and you're just supposed to do something like this, hold it real, I think like this, hold it like really strongly. I don't remember. Different people have showed me different ways. Yeah, it's not gonna happen. But that's me psyching myself out. But it hurts so bad. I think I'm just such a girl. But my hands, I just don't feel like... No. Okay, I'll give it one more try because we're being recorded. I just don't remember. And this, I don't know, it just seems so weird. But okay, I need to stop talking. So you're supposed to like put all, like, kind of have your hand like higher up like that, just a little bit higher, and then you're supposed to like get this in there. Like, to me it's easier when someone else is doing it, and then, no, wait. No, I give up. Okay, so, see, that's, I can sometimes get a little spritz like that from the lighter, but the goal of a few different people here is to get me to be able to do that. So hopefully you guys, by the time we get back to Berlin, I'll be able to open up a bottle of beer with a lighter. But right now, not successful. I need help. I'm going to get a couple of German lessons, I think this week and next week. I'm really excited. This lovely girl that had given us lessons as a group, it was really good, but I didn't like study enough after before, and I think just one-on-one will be better, and she just seems so nice, and it just seems perfect. So cheers, or Prost is what you say in German, but a lot of people here just say cheers, and you're supposed to kind of cheers like here, and you're supposed to look people in the eye. Tastes like Budweiser, but it's hard to remember. I don't know, it tastes better than Budweiser, so that's good. I got a score. I'm just going to go through some people I've met. It's mostly men. I have so far been out on a date with a Swedish guy named Gustav. I liked him, but he started like full on making out with me in this bar. Um, and I felt really uncomfortable about the PDA, and he lived in Neukölln, and I have trouble pronouncing it, but it's like way down south in comparison to where I am in Vetting, which is much more north, but in the middle. And it would just take me too long to get there, and he was a really nice guy, but I was a little bit overwhelmed by the full-on making out in the bar, and no one even cared, no one was paying attention, but made me a little uncomfortable. And then after that, I met Georg, and I actually met another guy that goes to the same bar, and I had given this other guy my number too, and somehow, like, one night after the opening that I had with my group, with Picture Berlin, they both wanted to go to the opening, and they both like couldn't make it in time because it was closing at 11. Like, it just was just closing early because I think it was dying down. And they ended up, I was like texting them both, and they were like, oh, we can meet you for drinks, but like separately, like, oh, I'll meet you for a drink, and oh, I'm with a friend, can I come see you? And I was trying to delay them both, and then they both ended up arriving at the same time, and then I was with a group of my friends from my residency, and then they were all like, cool, Laura, like, yeah, 2 different guys here to see you right now. And of course, they sit down, they both realize who, they're like, hi, they meet everyone, and then they realize that they know each other. So Berlin's a big city, but I guess it's a small city. And that night is like a long story. Ended up hanging out with both of them, bringing along one of my friends, Ashley, from the residency. Ended up hanging out like the 4 of us for a bit, and then ended up splitting off, going with Georg. And then the other guy's name, oh my gosh, this is terrible. I really should be better at names. He was a really nice guy. I just wasn't super into him. And him and my friend Ashley from the residency were going to do something that I just wasn't really into. So, okay, his name, I think his name's Eduardo, or Edward, but in my phone it's Edu, I don't know. But yeah, I never saw him again after that. He hung out with Ashley for the rest of the night. They like stayed out late, and I ended up hanging out with Georg. Georg ended up buying one of my prints, which will be framed and done, I think, August 2nd. So I'm excited about that. But he's just been like a nice guy, like super just caring about me, looking out for me. Like, I'll stay often at his place, and he's just been pretty consistent in my life here. It made me feel really comfortable. And he's born and raised in Berlin, and he like appreciated my work that I've been doing and really understood it, and was surprised that I understood a certain mentality about being Berlin, and just everything within my Bound series, which I could go into on another time. So now I've also been out with this Spanish guy, and his name is Guillaume. And and before that, I had gone out with this guy. Shoot, what was his name? Hold on. Because we went out, but it was like just super friendly. But it was really nice because we went to this place like near Charlottenburg. And this is how I developed my problem with this beer called Kolsch. But I can't say it right. It's like Kolsch. Yeah, with my like lisp thing going on. It's K and then O with the 2 dots over it. LSCH, and it's made in Cologne. And it's only like sold at certain shops. You can buy it by the bottle. It's not as good. But he introduced me to that. And his name is Ben. Okay, yeah. He was cool. He is here on an internship, and he's studying law somewhere else. I can't remember where. But he took me to this place, and we had a couple of these, and then I was just like all about this beer. So then I hang out with this guy named Guillaume, and he lives about a mile from me in Vetting also. And he's like this graphic designer guy. He's from Valencia, Spain. And he just moved here in October and knows like no German. but he has like kind of an interesting Spanish, like Catalan accent, and he's really tall and thin, and has dark hair, and but he's very quiet and very shy and kind of awkward. It's a little bit like pulling teeth until we would drink a little bit too much, and like one night we had a couple of drinks, like the second time we hung out, and we started like kissing in this bar, but I was okay with it because it wasn't like there were people there for sure, but no one was looking at us, and I think people maybe like wanted us to kiss because they probably saw like this weird awkward tension or didn't even know if we liked each other. And I just become so shy when people are shy like that. Like I just need someone to, maybe play it shy for like a minute, but then kind of just be forward, or not like in a sexual or physical way, but just, I don't know, show me some interest. So, but he did, and I ended up going back to his place, and I totally had fun with him and ended up hanging out with him again. But then it just like started all over again with this weird energy, awkwardness. We had fun though. It's like every time I hang out with him, we do the things I want to do. Like we went to Mauer Park where I haven't been, and we went to this really fun bar in Friedrichshain, something like that. It's like near Kreuzberg. It's like hipsters. Everyone speaks English, but it's really fun. Lots of vegan places. And so we went there. We went to Alexanderplatz, which is tourist central, but it was just fun to walk through, to do it once with him. And with him, the second time I hung out with him, we went to this bar just because they had this Kolsch beer. And they wouldn't open it until we, sorry, sometimes doing this, it's hard for me to look into the camera's eye. It's kind of creepy. I just want to look at myself. So we go to this bar. It's called Bar 3 or Bar Drei. I think Dry. That's 3 in German. And it hadn't opened yet, so that's why we had gone to Alexanderplatz. And then once it opened, we were there, and they were playing really good music, and it was just one bartender there. We couldn't even tell that he was the bartender at first, but he was good looking, handsome, kind of blondish curly hair, and playing good records, and I just felt comfortable. There was no one else in the bar yet, and he wouldn't open up the keg of the Kolsch because he said that once he opens it, then it'll get warm eventually, so they kind of have to do it once a few other people are ordering it. So I think 2 other groups of people came, and one of the 2 groups ordered it. So after our first beer, we started drinking it, and then I had so much. It's in these small glasses that are this big and this thin. So it's this cylinder, but it's just short, and so it's €2, which is, it's 150 euros for a beer at a Späti. But if you go to a bar, the average price is $2.50, $3.54 for a medium to large beer. There's not really small beers other than this Kolsch. But we had so many, and ended up talking to these guys that were to the left of us, and every time Guillaume would go to the bathroom, they would ask me questions and see if I was actually interested in him, and I was you don't really understand, it's our 3rd date, but this is just how it is until a certain point. And then this other guy, to the right, kept staring at me, but he was with a girl when he walked in, but I kind of got maybe he was gay vibe, but he was just looking at me out of interest or curiosity, or laughing once again at the fact that it was just so awkward with Guillaume and I. So before we were leaving, and I don't know if Guillaume thought this was totally rude, but I was more thinking just in a friendly way, I went up to this guy across the bar and I just gave him my number. And so and my email, and he emailed me right away, and we're supposed to hang out, so we'll see how that goes. But I posted on my Instagram because I was so excited, so I had a picture of the 2 beers, and then tagged myself where we were. On Facebook, someone posted, because I asked anyone if they knew where to get this beer. On Facebook, after we had already been there, someone posted to go to that bar. And then I I'm hearing sounds, so I feel like there's someone out there, but it's fine. So someone had just told me to go there that I connected with through like someone in France recommended I meet this person in Berlin, but we're just Facebook friends. So he recommended to go to this bar, and I was like, how funny, I'm here already. And then my teacher, my painting teacher, Jay Stuckey, he commented on it and said, oh my gosh, I have a friend who lives in Berlin that was the head barkeeper there for 3 years, and he still lives there, and you guys should connect. And there was this whole thing, and he was like, that's the art bar, and like it's the best bar. And I told him it was the best music I'd heard in Berlin. So now I'm meeting up with that guy. I think his name is Mansour. He has a really interesting name, but he seems nice, like really cool. And I'm probably just gonna bring like another friend and meet up with him. Yeah, Mansour. So I'm gonna meet up with him in Kreuzberg. I guess this cool artsy music blah 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 bar tomorrow night, and I don't know who I'll bring yet. Maybe one of the girls from my residency, because he said he's bringing friends, so that always makes it more comfortable. And then tonight, I may be hanging out with Georg, because I haven't seen him in a bit, and I left my jacket at his house a while ago, and he wanted to catch up with me, but I've unfortunately been avoiding him a little bit, because I kind of feel like I just want to be friends with him, and I don't want to keep leading him on, but he likes me, and I don't know, we're just such different people. And a part of what I've been doing here, and it's not my sole intent of any of these friendships, obviously, people that know me know that I would not just try to meet people for an art project, but I'm writing down like these quotes from people that are things that where there's just this disconnect, or something where we're just so different, or culturally so different. And there's been a lot of things with many people that I've met, but with Georg there was something very specific that kind of made me laugh. But I don't even mean to be mean about it, and I'm not going to say what it is right now, because I might talk about it at a different time. But we're just very different people, and I think it's just, I'm in Berlin, and he is so kind, and I think he's a Libra. He's a little bit younger than me, but he's successful in his business, and he's fun, but we're just still different. And so I may hang out with him, but I have to have kind of an early start tomorrow, because I'm going to, I said in my last video, Spree Land, it's Spree Park. And so it's a spooky, abandoned, long story, but abandoned theme park. And I think my friend Art and Alicia, I think Art had wanted to go to that the last time we were here, and we didn't go. I think that's where we were going to go, unless we were going to go to an actual theme park. But I'm going to go tomorrow with him to that all day, and I'll take pictures, so that should be fun. So I'll update you guys, because, yeah, so I'm going with this guy, Simon, who I've mentioned in a different video, and we've hung out 2 times. One time I just went to his house, and I got really drunk, I drank a lot of wine, we listened, I think, to music, and just talked, and it was just really nice. And then the second time we went to the Hamburger Bahnhof and saw some great work. And then what else did we do? We went out to dinner, because neither of us had really eaten. And then we went back to his house and like watched stupid YouTube videos and on like Twin Peaks, David Lynch stuff, because we both loved that. And before that, I'd picked up a Kolsch beer. They had it by the bottle, but it was so good. Like, I was just happy to have that. Yeah, and then, like, I stayed with him. I didn't stay with him that night, because he's like a pre-med student at this great school here, so he's really smart. So yeah, we made plans to go tomorrow, so I want to have a lot of energy to go to that tomorrow. Doing that tomorrow, have an artist talk tomorrow night, and then, what else? Oh, and then I'm meeting Mansour after that, and then I'm probably going to get a couple of German lessons in on Thursday and Friday. We have a picnic Thursday morning, which would be really nice, because we haven't been doing that many things together during the days. So that should be good. I'm not wanting to like let go of this yet. I like know I'm at like almost the 25-minute mark. I'm starting to kind of feel like the Andrea Rosen piece that I just saw at Hamburger Bahnhof, where it was just a little bit too long, but I still wanted to just sit there. I was just kind of tired. So hopefully I'm interesting, even though I'm not playing different characters. I'm just myself. But I don't have any antics or like anything else to do right now for this thing. But yeah, I mean, I'm hoping the German lessons go well. I want to get better at German. I think I could really move back here. Really wish I had the dogs with me. I think they could really get used to it here, but I would have to, there's gnats in here. They'd have to be trained a lot better, and I'd have to live in a specific part of town where I felt like really comfortable just walking around that was more like grassy and maybe just a little bit outside of the main part of the city. Yeah, and then I know Friday, like, we're meeting with the curator for our final show, I think, or like he's doing a presentation, and we have individual meetings with him. And then we have on Saturday our presentations. It's like an update on what we're doing, which we've been doing every other week. So within that, I'm going to show a piece like this, and I'm going to start doing more of stories, just specific stories, making them shorter, making them where you just want to like keep clicking, and you can listen to as many, like watch as many as you want. I'm going to try to update the surroundings and just maybe do something different within each one that really makes you understand where I am and what, what it is here. The weather's pretty nice right now. It's not raining. It does this. It just will rain off and on in a day. It'll still be rather warm. It's kind of cloudy right now. I'm deciding if I should go out or not. I should get out of the house. I just don't know if I should hang out with someone specific. I don't know if I want to do anything by myself. By myself kind of seems fun, though. I really like going to places by myself. I like meeting different people, and I think it's funny that people stare so much in Germany. I don't think that they stare just at me, obviously, but there's just something, like, people just stare for a little bit longer here. They don't mind looking at you a little bit longer than comfortable, and sometimes you just have to have a straight face, or sometimes you smile back. Yeah, I should finish my roll of film, and then hopefully tomorrow morning I can maybe drop off my rolls of film to be processed, and then hopefully that turnover time can be pretty quick, and I can have some pictures to actually look at. But I really think my video work and my writing is going to be some good stuff. So hopefully that was a nice little snippet of stories. I'll try to confine them more and have more specific things really to show. I mean, at least you saw my Budweiser, me trying to open my bottle of beer, but I had obviously my backup. Oh, and before this I just had Club Mate, which everyone drinks here and I'm obsessed with, and it's not like the best tasting thing in the world, but it's almost like a drug. Like, it's kind of addictive. This is a smaller version of it. Like, see this? Kind of blocking it. See the size? So this is the smaller one I bought on purpose because it was smaller, but it has like a pop top on it. The regular ones have like a screw top, and they're bigger than that. And I'll drink like a whole one, even just in the morning. Well, I say morning. Sometimes it's like 11, 12, 1. But I definitely feel awake right now, and I was really tired before. But now I'm drinking a beer, hanging out. I consider this work. Maybe it'll be edited. Maybe this will be a lesson. Maybe I won't show anyone. Maybe I'll show one person. But yeah, that's it. Yeah, would love some feedback from people. Hopefully this makes you happy, makes you laugh, makes you uncomfortable, makes you turn it off. Okay, goodbye. Ciao.